Hi everybody, it's Dr. Bixby of the High Point Veterinary Health. Here with my best buddy Kevin. Sorry you're getting kind of the tail end caboose view tonight, but we're talking about the pelvic tilt or butt tuck. So you get this view of his back end here and his silly crooked tail that just is just the way he came. So there's that. The butt tuck or pelvic tilt, we use a pressure point on either side of the tail head. It helps us flex the pelvis, helps flex the lower lumbar, and even raise the back all the way up to the withers. And we've talked about the importance of that before. But it really is one of those great exercises to help strengthen top line. It also helps us evaluate the SI joint, allows us to kind of see if we have equal and symmetrical flexion on both sides. To do this butt tuck stretch, you can lay your hands on either side of the tail, make a W, and where your first finger lands, right in that groove, is where we're going to ask this to happen from. So scooch this over here just a little bit. There we go. So we'll lay our hands here, put our fingers in, and then we use the fingertips, the fingernails to gently ask him to raise and flex the pelvis. So hopefully you can see that from that side. I'll go ahead and move us over a little bit so you can see it from the lateral view. There we go. So if I ask him, once again, here I am making my W at the tail head and asking him to raise, 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 and drop the pelvis. So we like to do this and ask him to hold that stretch, just like we have the other ones where we're going to hold it for about 20 seconds. Maybe you're going to only get it to work for 10 seconds at first, and then kind of work your way up to that 20-second mark. But then we really want to ask him to raise, tilt his pelvis down, which raises the lumbar up and opens up all of this area. So he's stretching the muscles and then opening up all those joints in the vertebrae going up forward. Sometimes if you want to check just one side or the other, you can reach across and ask him to tuck, and then you can get a little lateral flexion on both sides for wanting to check that. There we go. So, but again, always, we're going to do both sides. So typically the butt tuck is just that flexion, which is, you're going to do it bilaterally, do it at the same time. Safety first. You don't want to get behind a horse that's unsafe. So I trust this guy, but stand here like this. But I certainly don't trust every horse that I encounter in that way because I just don't know them. But for Kev, I do. But super easy to go ahead and bring yourself around to the side, find your point, and ask that same motion just from the side. But just kind of resting your hand here and across by finding the points. Find them first, know where you're at, get your landmarks, and then proceed. So that's it. That's the butt tuck. Have a great night.